All right, and our last type of two-step equations that we're going to cover is ones that now have a big fraction bar. So these are different because what we're going to do is take care of this multiplication and division first, then we're going to deal with that constant of the adding or subtracting. So here a fraction bar represents division, so to undo that, we're going to multiply, since the inverse operation of multiplication, and since we're dividing by 8, we are going to multiply by 8. So when we multiply, we can see this would be like in parentheses because it's being applied to the whole thing. So that means these 8s cancel out, and we're left with x plus 11 equals, and then negative 3 times a positive 8 is negative 24. And now it becomes just like solving a one-step equation. So we would subtract 11 on both sides. Then we would have x equals, and then we have negative 24 minus 11, which is negative 35. Okay, number 20. So we can see this big fraction bar here. So we're dividing by negative 2. So that means we're going to undo it by multiplying by negative 2. Remember, this is like being in parentheses there, that n minus 5. So these negative 2's cancel. And we are left with n minus 5 equals, and then negative 7 times negative 2 is a positive 14. And then last but not least, we add 5 to both sides. So we have n equals, and then 14 plus 5 is 19. I want you to go ahead and pause this video and try 21 on your own. Notice it's the same thing except our variable's just on the other side, and that's okay. So go ahead and give it a try and then come back and check. All right, so since we're dividing by negative 6, that means we are going to multiply by negative 6. Remember, this is like being in parentheses, so times negative 6. Well, negative 6 times 1 is negative 6. And then equals, and we have left a minus 13. Solving for a, we would add 13 on both sides. So negative 6 plus 13 is 7, so 7 equals a. This is totally fine to leave it as your answer. However, if it really bothers you, you could flip it to be a equals 7, and that's also okay. All right, go ahead and give 22 a try, and then come back and check. So since we're dividing both sides by 9, it means we're going to multiply both sides by 9 to undo that. So then remember, this is like in parentheses, the w plus 8. So 9 times 4 is 36. So we have 36 equals, and then we're left with w plus 8. And then last step, subtract 8 on both sides. And so we have 28 equals w, or if that bothers you, you can write it as w equals 28, and either works. This needs to be glued into your strategy section.